Imagine a single word, just like one explosive shout in the middle of a cooking show.
Yeah.
And it sparks this whole phenomenon, turns a chef into, well, a household name.
Right.
What if the ideas behind that simple act could actually reshape your own path? Today, we're diving deep into the world of Emeril Lagasse.
That's right. We're exploring Emeril's incredible journey. I mean, from a humble bakery kitchen, to this culinary empire, reportedly valued at $70 million.
Wow.
Our mission today really is to uncover what we're calling his power formula.
Okay.
How did this mix of bold vision, authentic personality, and just relentless adaptation, how did it build a legacy that still inspires millions?
And this isn't just about cooking, believe me.
No, not at all.
This deep dive, it's packed with life lessons you can actually use. It shows how these seemingly small steps, maybe combined with some daring choices, can lead to, well, monumental achievements. We'll try to distill the key elements from his journey so you can maybe see how to apply them to your own stuff, whatever you're passionate about.
Exact it.
So, okay, let's unpack this. Our story starts way before the famous BAM, right? Long before the TV lights. Emeril Lagasse's journey kicked off in a small Portuguese bakery, Fall River, Massachusetts. He was just a teenager.
Yeah, washing dishes, kneading dough.
Getting his hands dirty, learning that fundamental kitchen rhythm. But what's really interesting about this early time is he wasn't even set on cooking initially, was he?
No, not at all. He was actually a really talented drummer.
Right. Got a scholarship, didn't he? New England Conservatory of Music. Prestigious place.
He did. And the brilliance here is right at that pivot point. He makes this honestly audacious choice, turns down the music scholarship, a safe path, right? Highly respected.
Totally.
And instead, he pursues culinary arts at Johnson & Wales. I mean, this decision, it kind of goes against conventional wisdom.
Definitely.
And that really highlights the first pillar of his power formula, as we're calling it. Putting that unwavering passion above what seems comfortable or secure. It shows that, big success often isn't on the easy road. It's on the one that really lights you up.
And he didn't just coast through culinary school either. He soaked it all up.
Everything.
Not just the fancy techniques, but the business side too, presentation. He even went to France, right? Honing those classical skills.
Exactly.
He famously said something like, "I could hear music in the rhythm of chopping vegetables. I felt alive."
Wow.
That's not just a job description. That feels like a real calling.
It absolutely does.
It really makes you think, before you build any kind of empire, you've got to build that foundation inside yourself first. Choose what you really love, even if everyone else thinks you're nuts.
And building on that foundation, his early experiences were just critical, especially his time at Commander's Palace in New Orleans, starting back in '82.
Right, Commander's Palace. Legendary spot.
Totally. And he became executive chef there at just 23.
23. That's incredible.
It wasn't just a job title. It was like a stage where he truly absorbed the soul of Creole and Cajun food. He masterfully blended those classic French techniques he'd learned with the bold, vibrant flavors of the South. That period really cemented the second pillar of his formula: authentic immersion and innovation within your craft.
Yeah, that's where his genius started to really bubble up, wasn't it?
Right.
He didn't just copy trends. He celebrated the unique food scene he was in. He was basically branding through flavor itself.
That's a great way to put it.
So when he opened his own place, Emeril's, in 1990, it wasn't just another restaurant.
No, it was him.
It tied his name directly to a specific experience, to the energy of New Orleans. That emotional connection became the bedrock for everything else.
Yep.
Cookbooks, TV. People weren't just buying dinner. They were buying into a story, an experience.
So the crucial next step is, how do you take that local identity, that deep root, and make it global?
Right.
Emeril clearly understood that consistency builds trust, and trust builds lasting value. His restaurants became the heart of his brand. He proved that your environment, your roots, they aren't limits. They're powerful tools. He cooked to connect, and that genuine connection echoed way beyond New Orleans.
And he did. I mean, by the mid-90s, he's already a big deal chef-wise.
Celebrated, yeah.
But then came TV, the transformative power of it. 1994, Essence of Emeril on Food Network. But the real game changer was Emeril Live in 97. Cooking shows back then were usually pretty quiet, instructional.
Almost like watching a textbook.
You just completely flipped the script, brought in this electrifying energy, his big personality, and crucially live audiences.
And this is where, bam, just explodes onto the scene. It started totally spontaneous, right? Just a shout to wake up the crew, supposedly.
Right.
And then the audience just grabs onto it. That one word becomes this instant cultural thing, like a ridiculously effective marketing hook.
Totally.
This embodies that third pillar of his power formula, creating a repeatable emotional trigger. He just intuitively got that people don't just remember what you do, they remember how you make them feel.
Absolutely. Kick it up a notch, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a catchphrase. It was like a promise.
Yeah.
Excitement, elevation.
Exactly. A promise.
And the numbers definitely backed it up.
Yeah.
Food Network's ratings went through the roof.
Skyrocketed.
His merchandise cookbooks, spice blends, pots, pans, reportedly brought in over $150 million a year by the early 2000s.
Crazy numbers. And the brilliant part was that his public persona, it didn't feel fake.
No, it felt real.
His enthusiasm, that spontaneity on camera, it seemed totally genuine. He didn't just join the food industry, he fundamentally reshaped it. Showed that chefs could be entertainers, entrepreneurs, cultural icons.
Yeah, they called him the Elvis of food.
They did.
Yeah.
It's just incredible how one phrase, one authentic feeling can ignite an entire empire.
It really is.
But, zooming out a bit, his massive rise wasn't just about talent or clever branding. It was really underpinned by this deep philosophy tied to his core values. Family, community, making a positive impact. He became a dad young at 19.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that sense of responsibility seems to have just permeated his whole career. He consciously tried to prioritize being there for his family, apparently refusing to let ambition totally overshadow what really mattered most.
That's a powerful lesson right there. Balancing ambition with, your fundamental values.
Definitely. And then in 2002, he starts the Emeril Lagasse Foundation.
Right. For kids.
Yeah, focused on empowering children through culinary education, mentorship. It's donated over $6 million to date.
$6 million.
He often said something like, if you're fortunate enough to make it, you have to give back. And it doesn't feel like just PR. It seems like a genuine part of who he is. And then think about those shrewd business moves like in 2008.
Ah, yes, the Martha Stewart deal.
Right. Martha Stewart, living on media, acquires the rights to his branded products for $50 million.
$50 million.
But crucially, he negotiated to keep full ownership of his restaurants.
Smart. Very smart.
That decision protected his creative control, made sure his name stayed tied to that quality food experience.
Oh.
This brings us to the fourth pillar of his power formula: strategic long-term vision and resilience.
Okay.
He consistently played the long game. Even when food trends shifted, he adapted, but always in ways that felt true to him. Launching new ventures like Emeril's Coastal and that 34 restaurant and bar in 2024.
Which paid homage to his Portuguese roots, right?
Exactly. And you start seeing him pass the torch a bit to his son, E.J. Lagasse. His whole philosophy seems to be that cooking is fundamentally about connection, bringing people together. His empire isn't just dollars and cents. It's measured in the lives he's touched, the doors he opened for others.
And his influence really does go beyond the kitchen, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
He basically pioneered this idea that a chef could be a media star and a successful entrepreneur without selling out, without losing authenticity.
He paved the way.
He opened doors for a whole generation of celebrity chefs. The Rachel Rays, Bobby Flays, Guy Fieri's, they all point to him as a trailblazer.
Food Network itself owes him a huge debt for that groundbreaking approach.
Totally. He didn't just seek attention. He used his influence to create massive opportunities for other people in the food world.
And think about his partnerships. Brands like All Clad, Wusthof.
Quality stuff.
Right. They weren't just endorsements. They felt like extensions of his philosophy. Like he was making professional-grade tools accessible for home cooks.
Democratizing good cooking gear, yeah.
And he smartly adapted to new platforms, too. Shows like Eat the World on Amazon Prime, reaching younger viewers. He understood that real influence means showing up where your audience is moving, but always staying authentic.
It's really insightful seeing how he's now actively bringing his son, EJ, into leadership roles.
Yeah, it shows a deep understanding of legacy.
It's not just about guarding it, right? It's about nurturing it, passing it on gracefully.
Yeah.
He built things that could actually last on their own.
Real influence, it seems, multiplies through the people you empower and the industries you help reshape.
Exactly.
Which leads us to maybe the final crucial piece of his power formula: the ability to navigate crises and pivot strategically.
The tough times. Because every empire faces storms.
Right. Every single one. When Emeril Live got canceled by Food Network in 2007, for a lot of people, that would felt like the end.
Oh, definitely. Huge blow.
But for Emeril, it seemed to become an opportunity to redefine, to pivot.
This is where that long-term thinking really shines through, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Just a year later, 2008, he makes that $50 million deal for the product rights.
Right after the cancellation.
Exactly. Now, some might have seen it as giving up part of his empire, but he carefully kept control of his core restaurants and his creative direction. That was a masterstroke.
Yeah.
Protected his foundation, freed him up from some operational stuff, let him focus on what mattered most. It was a clear case of playing the long game, knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of strategically.
Brilliant.
And then, of course, the 2008 financial crisis just hammered the restaurant industry.
Oh, yeah, that was brutal for restaurants.
Many places closed, but his main spots, they not only survived, they seemed to thrive. Why?
The authentic experience.
Yeah.
Loyal customers.
Exactly. Authentic experiences, deeply loyal followings. He doubled down on quality, on staff loyalty. Even through the recent pandemic, you saw him adapt innovative takeout, refine menus. His guiding principle through it all seems to be, you don't stop because things get hard. You stop when you lose your passion.
Wow. That says a lot. And he just kept finding new stages, like becoming chief culinary officer for Carnival Cruise Lines in 2022. That's a massive new audience.
Huge reach. His ability to just keep reinventing himself, to separate emotion from strategy when things get tough, and to keep his brand authentic while still evolving, that's why he's still so relevant.
Yeah. Resilience isn't about dodging problems, is it?
Not at all. It's about using them as pivot points for growth. Real success isn't just measured at the peak, it's measured by how high you climb after you've faced a fall.
So, okay, wrapping this up. What does this all mean for you, listening? Emeril Lagasse's journey is like a masterclass, really.
It is.
Blending that unwavering passion, smart strategic moves, and just incredible resilience. He had the courage to pick a daring path, didn't he?
He really did.
Rooted his whole brand in being real and understood that power of emotional connection like that explosive bam.
And he always played the long game. Knew exactly when to pivot, when to protect his core stuff, when to expand boldly, even through cancellations and economic crises. And those anchoring values, family, community, giving back, they really define his lasting influence, you know? It's clear that genuine power isn't just about the money.
Nope.
It's about the depth of impact you have, the doors you open for other people.
Emeril Lagasse proves that success isn't just about building an empire, it's about building one that actually lasts. And maybe the most daring part of his whole formula is just staying true to yourself, even when the world kind of expects you to change. So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with this question. What passion will you dare to turn into your lasting legacy?
And if this story sparked something in you, we'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts. Tell us what really drives you, what sets you apart, and how do you plan to kick it up a notch in your own life?
We invite you to carry these insights forward.
Why?
And maybe, just maybe, find your own BAM moment. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.